The bull and the cow are the symbols of the most offensive living beings because even in the stool and urine of these animals are utilized to benefit human society. The descendants of the sons of Pritha, like Maharaj Bricket, were afraid of losing their reputations, but in the modern days, the leaders are not even afraid of killing such offenseless animals. Herein lies the difference between the reign of those pious kings and the modern states ruled by irresponsible executive heads without knowledge of the codes of God. Om Jnana Tamadam Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshunamitam Jena Tasmaya Shri Gurave Namo Kurutvachalam Pangum Manghayate Yakrita Sigurum Denatanam Vanchikapati Vishta Kripasindu Devacha Patitanam Bhavanevya Vaishnavevya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivastava Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So here it's said that the animals were offenseless, but they're being harassed here by Kali personified, and all over the world now, the offenseless animals are being tortured and killed, but there's also people that offend offenseless people. Like today, what is it? Today is the appearance or disappearance day of Srivas Thakur? Disappearance? Here it says, I think on the calendar it says today. Calendar says today. Anyway. Yeah. It's a disappearance day. So here's a very great devotee. And they used to have these nocturnal kirtans at his house. That's where the Harinam started. Harinam Sankirtan started in his house with Lord Chaitanya, and he would only allow a few in. And some people, they were upset that they weren't able to get in. And there was a Brahmana who was so upset that he made a conspiracy. He put all this paraphernalia for worshiping Goddess Durga outside of his house, to make it look like he's a worshiper of Goddess Durga or Kali. And when he came out and he saw that, he called all the gentlemen nearby. He'll come, everyone see, look, this is what I've been doing. This is my, and when they saw that, they became very upset and they pulled all this stuff away. I don't know, wine and stuff, just things that, very offensive. And the person who did that, he got some disease. Was that it? Leprosy. Yeah. Very offensive. See, when you commit an offense to such a great Vaishnava. So then one time Lord Chaitanya came by and he says, Lord Chaitanya, you're the saved and most fallen. Please, I'm very fallen. As you can see, please help. So Prabhupada mentions that he had the quality of simplicity. Although he was so offensive, still he understood that Lord Chaitanya was the Supreme Lord and he needed some help. He got humbled. He really got humbled. So your only hope is you have to go to Srivas Thakur and beg for forgiveness. And of course, Srivas Thakur, he's a great Vaishnava, so we forgave him. But yeah, envy is a nasty quality. Yeah, and it's the original envy is there between the living entity and Krishna. Become envious of Krishna. Yeah, we were there with Krishna. We said, well, I'd like to have that position. I'd like to be Krishna. It wouldn't be a bad thing, And here everybody's basically trying to be Krishna. As Shakespeare said in one of his poems, that the whole world is There's a stage and everyone's thinking they're the main actor on the stage, trying to be the enjoyer. Another example is Ramanujacharya. He was told by his guru to go to this one great acharya, Gostipurna, and he'll give you a mantra that will it'll liberate you. He's a very powerful devotee, and he has this mantra. So he went to him, and he wouldn't give it. He wouldn't give the mantra to him. And he thought, well, Ramanujacharya thought, okay, well, I guess I'm too fallen to get the mantra. So he left. But he wanted that mantra. So we went back 18 times, and still he wouldn't give the mantra. So then he was feeling a little forlorn and started, he was feeling really bad. And then Gostipurna, he heard about it, so he said, okay, I could understand that you're pure, so you're qualified to receive this mantra. But this is a very secret mantra. It's a very powerful mantra. It gives liberation. Don't give it out to anybody. So, really? Okay, yeah. So you got the mantra. Anybody know the mantra? Narayanaya Namaha. So he got the mantra. So he heard from Gostipurna that it's a very powerful mantra, and it can liberate anybody that chants this mantra. So he got the mantra. He's so ecstatic. He was feeling ecstatic. So then he was leaving, and he thought, "Wow, this mantra can liberate anybody." So he got up on the highest building. He called everybody. Everybody, come! I have good news. Come! And news got out. No internet, no phones, but everybody, because he was already famous. And I have a mantra that will liberate you. And so we let it out. I think it's Narayanaya. So they were ecstatic. They got the mantra. And then word got out, it went around, and eventually Gostipurna, he heard that he had given the mantra out. And then when he saw Ramanujacharya, he said, I'm so unfortunate that I'm seeing your sinful face. I told you don't give this mantra, and you just gave it out to everybody. You said you wouldn't give it out. And Ramanujacharya, what did he say? He said, I understand that giving this mantra out will cause me to go to hell because I disobeyed your order. But that's okay. I don't mind. If it'll liberate so many people, I go to hell, that's okay. And when he heard that, when Gostipurna heard that, he paid obeisances. He said, you are my guru. You are my guru. He was shocked, ready to go to hell. Who's the example in Chaitanya Lila? Same mood. Vasudeva Dutt. He was ready to take all the sins of everyone in the universe so they can get liberated and go back to Godhead. Lord Chaitanya heard that because he knew it was coming straight from the heart, and there's no pretension, not pretending. He said, I can understand you're the incarnation of Prahlad Maharaj. So, yeah. So his guru, he offended Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya is such a great, so he blasted him. So upset with him. But then he understood, actually, you're a much greater devotee than me. He didn't want to give that mantra out to anyone. You had to be a pure devotee to get the mantra. That was his mood. But not the mood of Madhavendra Puri. This will give liberation. Anybody heard it? Give it out. And Prabhupada's the same way. He brought a much more powerful mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. It's called the Maha Mantra. So millions of people all over the world, they're hearing the Hare Krishna mantra. Srila Prabhupada, he wanted that the Hare Krishna mantra be a household word. So that came to be with one instance that happened in Gainesville. There's a devotee who is a GBC member at the time, and his daughter was watching TV, and he was honoring prasadam. And she came to her father and said, Pita, you won't believe it. Bugs Bunny is chanting Hare Krishna. You all know Bugs, even in India, they know Bugs Bunny. He's a pretty popular character. So he couldn't believe it. He went in there, and sure enough, Bugs Bunny, he's rowing a boat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. You can't get more household than that. Because millions of kids, he was probably the most popular cartoon character out there. So, yeah, that's pretty household. Everyone's house. So, yeah. Actually, the way he joined this GBC member, he was going through the airport and he met a devotee, and the devotee offered him a book, showing him the book, and the way he did it, he just like handed it to him, and then the devotee just, oh, thanks. I mean, the person said, oh, thanks, and he just walked away. Well, you try to get a donation. That's all right. If I like it, I'll give you a donation. And he kept going. So he read it, he liked it, became a devotee, became the president of the temple in Atlanta, then became a GBC. And Prabhupada, Atlanta, GBC, and he was old Balavanta Prabhu, yeah. I was trying to remember his name, Balavanta Prabhu. And Prabhupada wanted him to eventually be the president of the United States. So he got him, he was into politics. He was running for mayor, and he got into the politics. But it became too much because so many devotees had to get involved, and it took him away from the preaching. So Prabhupada stopped it. But he's he's helped the movement so much. He's a lawyer. But yeah, he said, if I like it, I'll give you a donation. Gave his life. Gave everything. So much. That's the potency of Prabhupada's books. Krishna says, prana artha dhyavacha, that it's the duty of everyone to give their life. That's what we're trying to do, right? Give our life to Krishna. Artha, give your wealth. You know, everybody give your wealth. That's another one. Yeah. Prana artha. Give your wealth. Prana artha dhya means intelligence. Give your intelligence. Prana artha dhya vacha, and your words for the upliftment of human society. Now here we're hearing about people that are offensive. They give their words, but to offending. Sometimes, therefore, it is said, speak without offending. That's one of the austerities of speech, to speak without offending. In Kali Yuga, it's difficult. Whatever comes to the mind will offend. So, we have to be careful. Speak in a way that is pleasing and beneficial, truthful. This is the austerity of speech. So there's one instance where the sages, many sages, they got together. They wanted to find out who was the supreme amongst all the great personalities in the universe. So they called for Brigamuni. And the three greatest were Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. So she wanted to find out. So he went to Brahma, who was his father, And when you go to your father, you're always very respectful. You offer respects, obeisances. But he went before his father and just nothing. No word, no respect, nothing. And Brahma got upset. He was angry. Yeah. So he could see, well, because the way you could see how elevated one is how tolerant they are. Say Prabhupada says in one purport that one's greatness can be understood by how tolerant one is in reverse situations. That's the big test. So then he went to his brother, Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva went to embrace him. He said, oh, no, you got all these ashes on you, you got all these snakes and all these things. You're a heretic, And Lord Shiva got so upset, he had his trident, he was ready to go for him, yeah. And Parvati said, no, he's your brother. It's, tolerant. So you could say, well, he's not qualified to be supreme. So then he went to Vishnu, and he kicked Vishnu. So there's three different things. There's you could offend someone just by neglect, like with Lord Brahma, or you could offend with words. That's worse, and then corporal, where you actually physically. And what did Lord Vishnu say? Oh, Brigamuni, please forgive me. I didn't receive you nicely, when you came, and I hope your foot is not hurt because my chest is very, very hard. I hope I haven't hurt your foot. I think he even started massaging his foot or something, I believe. So when that happenend, Brigamuni it's described that he started dancing and chanting. He was so ecstatic upon seeing the greatness of Lord Vishnu. And then, but Lakshmi, she couldn't appreciate that, kicking her lord. And therefore she cursed that Brahmanas will never have Lakshmi, or at least not much. They have some, but not much. There are some exceptions. We got Ambarish. Ambarish is a Brahmana with a lot of Lakshmi. There's some others probably, but there are exceptions. So here also there's mention of reputation. Please tell me of the perpetrator of these mutilations which blackmail the reputation of the sons of Pritha. And it's even said here that the devotees of the Lord are by nature peaceful and offenseless, and therefore it is the prime duty of the state to arrange. Oh no. The descendants of the sons of Pritha, like Maharaj Parikshit, were afraid of losing their reputations. Now they're devotees. Why would they be afraid of losing their reputations? Because they're kshatriyas. Although they're pure devotees, they're kshatriyas. Therefore, one of the arguments that Krishna gave to Arjuna said, if you don't fight, you're going to lose your reputation as a fighter, as a warrior. And they don't want to lose their reputation. The kshatriyas, They have such a high, what is it? Powerful demeanor that if they go to war and they fight, they don't come back unless they've won. There's one instance where one king went to war and he lost and he came back. And he won, but the gate was locked, and he's like, hello, I'm here, the king. The queen, then they went to the queen and said, The king wants in. You said the king, he lost, but he's coming back? That can't be the king. Wouldn't let him in. The queen had also Kshatriya nature. What's this? What's that? He lost, but he's coming back? The only either you win or you die. That's a Kshatriya. Amazing, huh? And if you die, Prabhupada said, if you die and the arrow is in your back, it means you're running away. Only in the front. That's a warrior. Amazing, huh? So, yeah, reputation is very important for Kshatriyas, but devotees not so concerned about reputation. Just like the amazing example of Madhavendra Puri. He had gone to get sandalwood paste for his Lord, and he went to one temple, and they had this. It was famous sweet rice. Shor Gopinath, right? Gopinath temple, and it was famous. So he was thinking, boy, it sure would be nice to taste that sweet rice so that I can get an idea and then offer it to my Lord. But afterwards, he kind of felt bad because it was being offered, and he was thinking like that of tasting it. Such a subtle thing, Bhog is being offered, you don't even think of tasting it, just it's for the Lord's pleasure. So then the Pujari gets he gets a dream that Gopinath says, my devotee Madhavendra Puri wants some of this sweet rice. I've stolen some. He stole the sweet rice. The Lord stole the sweet rice. Of course, one might ask, well, wait a second, how's it stolen? It was given to him. So it's behind the curtain, behind the dress there. So he was like, wow. So he must also be very exalted. The Lord came to him in the dream, bring this sweet rice to Madhavendra Puri. So of course he got up, he showered, went on. Sure enough, there it is, a bowl of sweet rice. So then he's going around the village. Hello, whoever Madhavendra Puri is, please come. The Lord has stolen sweet rice for you. So he's going around. So he gets the sweet rice, and it tasted good. It must have tasted good. So then he thought, I better get out of here because people are going to hear about this, and they're going to come and they're going to offer all kinds of respect to me. I don't want that. So he left. And it's described that every day he would eat a little bit of that clay pot because it was given to him by the Lord. So devotee is not interested in reputation. They're interested in serving Krishna. Right? Just serving. They don't want to get anything. They don't want to get anything out of it. But actually, it naturally comes to a devotee. It's like Prabhupada. He never wanted reputation either, but he's famous. So many people, we show the books, oh yeah, I know him, I've seen him. He's famous all over the world. But he's not interested in this fame. Not done him. Don't want wealth, except for the service of Krishna. Money is not bad. Money is good if it's used in the service of Krishna. Therefore, we liberate Lakshmi. We liberate Lakshmi. We liberate Lakshmi. Who are us to liberate Lakshmi, right? But we're bringing Lakshmi to Krishna. Therefore, if we're Krishna conscious, if we're very Krishna conscious, then Lakshmi automatically comes because she's attracted to Krishna. Right? So, Nandanam, just like they have that saying that the love for money is the root of all evil. Not money is the root of all evil, it's love for money. People do all kinds of crazy things for money. It's like people They're called cat burglars. You heard of cat burglars? A cat burglar is people who go into people's homes at night and they steal. They're called cat burglars. I don't know why they're called cat burglars. I guess because they're sneaking around, and a lot of them are black. So, cat burglars. So they go into someone's home to steal, and that you can be killed. A lot of people get killed doing that. People have guns. See someone in their home, kill them, no problem. There's no legal ramifications at all. That's America. Even I heard in Texas, someone drove up in someone's house in the driveway, and the guy shot him. He was probably just going to go pull in and back out, just turn around, shot him. So no problem. It's his property. Shot him, killed him. No legal ramifications. Amazing, huh? That's taking a little bit too far, taking a little bit too far. So, but people do so many things for money. People go to war, for money. I met people that were going to the Iraq War back when the Iraq War was going on. I said, "What are you going to war for? I mean, you can get killed. Yeah, it's good money. Good money, but you can be killed. Nah, I'll be all right." So it's amazing what people will do for money. Devotees don't want money for ourselves. We'll take it for Krishna. Not Janam. They don't want followers. We don't want a reputation. Because people become bewildered. Just like now on the internet, they have all these, subscribe, get followers, millions of followers, right? Reputation. The Sundari, I don't want a beautiful wife. Practically everybody wants this: money, reputation, followers, beautiful wife, but devotees, not interested. You don't want any of these things? Well, what do you want? They don't want liberation. Birth after birth, I just want to serve Krishna. So that's what devotees want. We just want to serve Krishna. This is the pleasure of the soul. So we don't want reputation. Lord Chaitanya asked Ramananda Roy, who has the highest reputation? And Ramananda Roy replied that he who is a great devotee of Krishna, he has the best reputation. And therefore there's devotees that are millions of years after their living still have a great reputation. It's like Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Ranti Dev. Yeah. So many great personalities for thousands of years. They're famous. I'm sure Prabhupada, he's in that category. He'll be famous for thousands of years. Like Jesus also, thousands of years. He preached for 3 years. I mean, he must have been a good preacher. 3 years only, and he's famous. He's the most famous person in the world. 3 years only. Such a good reputation. So those who are great devotees of Krishna, they have a good reputation. There's a statement in the Bhagavatam, asantu sasya viprasya tejo vidya tapoyasaha, that if one is not satisfied in Krishna consciousness, then eventually his spiritual qualities, his advancement diminishes. His spiritual strength diminishes. Tejo Vidya, his knowledge, his austerity, and his reputation gradually diminish if one isn't satisfied in serving Krishna. So you got to be satisfied. There's so many other things we could do in this world, right? So many things. So when Krishna sees that we're satisfied just serving Krishna, then He gives his mercy. In our society, we have a lot of devotees that have high reputation, like Radha Swami, Vaisesika Prabhu, Kesava Swami, so many devotees have Niranjana Swami, so many devotees have high reputation. Why? Because they're strictly practicing Krishna consciousness. They don't do anything wrong. Focused. It's like Radha Swami always says, I'm just here to serve. I'm just here to serve. He's focused. I'm just here to serve. And what's the result of that? Yeah, wherever he goes, so much respect. And when you have a high reputation and you get a lot of respect and you're still humble, Prabhupada said that means he's received the mercy of Krishna. That means he's received the mercy of Krishna, because it's said that when the pauper is proud of his penny, what to speak if you have thousands of people. Jayapataka Swami, he's got like over 50,000 disciples. I don't know how many he's got. I've heard 60 even. Yeah. Such a high reputation, but still humble. That means receive the mercy of Krishna. Mahadbir bhaktinistaistan asfari neti manyate. The Narada Muni in the Brihad Bhagavatam, he says, devotees of the Lord do not think that the services they do are actions under their own control, but they're expressions of Krishna's supreme mercy. So this is how a devotee feels. It's not me. It's Krishna. Krishna's very kind. He thinks I don't even deserve it. I don't even deserve it, but Krishna's very kind. So that way one retains this humility. And this humility is actually, it's the crown jewel of devotional service. So those are a few thoughts on this nice verse here. We got a few minutes left, so if there's any comment, question, reflection, complaint.
You mentioned about envy, Gopal Chakra was envious. So in devotional life, when we see somebody performing much better than us constantly, so how should we not have that envy? Even
Nice.
If we are trying our best.
Nice question. There's actually a letter where a devotee wrote to Prabhupada. He was on book distribution and he wasn't doing very good, and so many other devotees are doing very good. So he said to Prabhupada, I think I'm becoming envious of them. And Prabhupada said, no, you're just another way of your appreciating. It's another way of appreciation. The devotee's name is Dharma Das. He's been the head pujari in Miami for about 50 years. 50. 50. Yeah, him and his wife are practically doing the whole thing. And they have a whole, Gaurnitai, Jagannath Balaram, Radha Krishna, and Prabhupada. I mean, this is amazing. I said, Dharma, I think you're going back to Godhead. And he said, well, I hope so. Very, very nice devotee. So that was when he first joined, everybody was doing book distribution. But then they found that you'll be better off as a pujari. So then he became the head pujari. So that's another way of appreciation. But sometimes it can get overhand. I mean, there was two devotees. Sometimes on book distribution, devotees become a little competitive. They compete. So there's one devotee distributing a book to someone in the airport, And the devotee that's competing with the devotee, he was behind the devotee he's competing with, and he was telling the people. Can you believe it? And the person left. Yeah. Like, don't take. I mean, can you believe this? Here's a person that could have gotten a book. But he was so envious. He was so competitive that he shooed him away so that he can defeat his competitor. And the person left. I mean, that's called madness. Yeah. It's over extreme envy. Yeah. Just concerned about himself. Don't even care about the conditions. I don't care if they go to hell. I want to defeat my competitor. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. So when we do see envy, then we should pray to Krishna to remove this. Prabhupada says in the Prabhupada, I mentioned this earlier, please Krishna, kill this material consciousness. Kill this material consciousness so that all that's left is pure Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada says in the purport. Yeah. So this material consciousness, this is a big obstacle to our advancement in Krishna consciousness. So yeah, when these material things like sex desire and envy and greed, all these things, they come up. You know, they're not always there, but they come up. You know, so they pop up like, oh, there's that ugly consciousness again. So we should pray, Krishna, you've killed so many demons. Can you kill this demon of material consciousness? So that all that's left is Krishna consciousness.
I was just reflecting on the idea of brahmanas who get a lot of Lakshmi, and you were getting an example of were very true. And I was just thinking in this Silicon Valley, we have so many devotees, they're Brahmin initiated, but they make so much money.
They make a lot of money.
But actually, a lot of these devotees, they don't keep it. I was hearing from this Grace Govind Prabhu, he's startup founder, and his wife made millions of dollars. They've spent millions on sadhu sangha and to get that facility running. And every year they
they work here. They live in here in the Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Oh.
In
Oh, really?
They clear their bank account.
I heard about that. They live in an apartment. I heard. Yeah. I heard about that. Yeah. So they live right around here. I didn't know that. I thought they were up in Washington, but they live here. Millions of dollars they spend on that. That's amazing.
They clear the bank account every year. Nothing's left.
That's incredible.
I heard the same about Shraddha. I don't know about currently, but a while back he was also doing the same thing. So many devotees, they're earning so much, but it's all Krishna's.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Very nice. Yeah, we have extraordinary devotees around here. So yeah, Lakshmi should be used in the service of Krishna. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki? Vanchakam Vishnu ki Vaishnavi